Get over here!
Something's got a hold of me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, whoa, out of my mind. How many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me, trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you, can't you see? Can't you see? I was losing control. But I got a new one, baby!
Yeah!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 59 of Let's Play Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm the Green Scorpion.
And I am Ignis.
And that was some Teddy Swims for y'all, baby. Lose Control. I don't know if you, I think I remember you, like, hearing that song before, right?
Once or twice, yeah.
I'm gonna say right now, I am not good at channeling Teddy Swims. He's a way better singer than I am. That's why he's the famous one. So forgive me if that didn't sound all too great. But I really, really like that song. Lose Control is such a great track, dude. But yeah, in the last episode, we tackled a few challenges, and we appeased the crows, or rather the craws, I guess. And we were forgiven for our transgressions. Well, that was rude.
Very.
But in this episode, we are going to continue our endeavors into oh, it's one of those.
Nice.
Okay, let me take care of this real quick. Good. Okay, this actually worked out. So yeah, there are several things we can do, especially because I've been mentioning, like, you know, looking around, seeing if we can find more secrets and whatnot. But I think it actually might be in our best interest to get the memories, and then maybe go after the rest of the secrets there after the fact. Forgive me for pausing there for a moment. I was just adjusting my screens a little bit so I can keep track of everything, including timing, sound waves, and the whatnot. So, I am going to, for the time being, continue exploring to see if I can find the rest of the, memories. And hopefully run into more secrets along the way, which one of them apparently might be in here. So let me pull up the map real quick once I have an opportunity. So, not what I meant to do. Okay, so that is the one thing about this new controller. That might happen. But there's that one. Next to the Blasted Steps in Shellwood. Apparently, according to someone, there's a breakable wall in this area that we can access to possibly get there.
Okay.
And I think it's in here. So, let me see. Oh. I don't think I was up here before, or maybe oh no, this is new, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we actually did find something new, but I don't think this is what I was supposed to be looking for. But, or maybe it is. Maybe this will lead us to where we do need to go. So how you doing, honey?
I'm doing good.
Enjoying the warm weather, finally.
Very, very much so. I've been getting so much gardening done.
Dudes, like, the freaking weather has been absolutely fucking atrocious. Where we're at, because obviously the whole spiel of, well, we live in the East Coast, so, things are a little less than ideal. Aha! There! This is what we're looking for. So thank you to the one in the comments who told us about this one. I'm sorry, I can't remember who exactly you are right off the top of my head because I am focusing on gaming. So you know who you are. Thank you very much for your contributions. But yeah, remember we fell from the elevator here, and that led us to the underworks.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have an easy access to this area, which I believe, yes, you can see right here. It'll lead us to another part of Shellwood, and this is where we need to find that memory.
Awesome.
But yeah, the weather has been terrible. And thankfully, things are finally warming up, though a lot of people are saying that it's warming up a little too fast.
I can't agree with that, actually, a little bit. Like, it is very warm right now. Like, we don't even really have our air conditioning unit, like, fully out yet.
We do not.
So, it is taking a little bit to get used to again, but, like, at the same time, it's been cold for so long.
Dude, we're in the middle of April, and it still felt like winter. Like, it's not fun.
Like, normally I'm pretty, like, I'm pretty, like, laxed when it comes to, like, the weather and stuff, and, like, giving it, like, I guess, like, kind of like, making an excuse for the weather, like...
Right, you tend to be forgiving for the mood Mother Nature tends to be in, during certain points, but this is when it's like, okay, look, we understand that you're in a mood, but this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, like, I'll say one other thing.
Yeah?
This was a very nostalgic winter. And, like, what I mean by that is, like, yes, it was very similar to, like, my childhood, like, growing up and, like, seeing, like, all the snow and stuff, dealing with all that. It's different when you're an adult.
Oh my god, yeah.
I have to shovel the snow now, and also go to work.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, when it snows, like, and you're a kid, you could be like, oh yay, we're gonna go out and like go on the sleds or like, you know, have fun with snowball fights and whatnot. No, we had to shovel and then we had to go to work.
It sucked.
Hello. Ooh. Hold, stranger. I'm charged forever to guard the sacred shrine beyond. Any who wish to pass must cross their weapon with my own. Sure. Shrine Guardian Seth. Alright, Seth, let's do this. Damn it. I did not do the thing in time. And it brought me all the way over here, gosh darn it. Can't flap it. Alright, well, I'm gonna do a quick skip ahead. Hold on to that thought. Because we need to get back there. Give me a bit, guys.
Friend.
I always seem to get into an unfortunate situation where my exploration has, like, brought my health down, and then suddenly I'm thrust into a boss fight of which I am not prepared for, and I don't appreciate it. Anyway, so, you were saying about, something?
Oh, yeah, like how this is, like, kind of like, this has kind of been, like, the most nostalgic winter in, like, a while. Like, for reference, so, I was born in 93. Like,
yes.
So, like, I'm in my 30s, but, like, apparently, like, the year I was born, it was, like, a really, really bad winter.
Yeah.
And, like, so much so that, like, I hear, like, not just my parents talked about it, like, obviously at the year I was born, but, like, I hear, like, a lot of other people talk about it, like, kind of, like, either around my age or, like, a little bit older, and, yeah, it's, like, been a very nostalgic winter, because, like, growing up, like, then, it's, like, oh, yeah, like, the winters were always, like, very, like, strong, very, like, plentiful in snow, stuff like that, and growing up, it was really fun, because it meant, like, a lot of snow days, stuff like that, lots of playing in the snow. But now,
yeah,
as an adult, I get to enjoy all the adult responsibilities that come with that snow, like shoveling it and still having to go to work. Fun!
Are you saying that you never had to shovel snow as a kid?
Oh, no, I did. I did.
I was gonna say.
I did have to shovel snow, but, like, when you're a kid, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different compared to, like, having to get up super early, like, and, like, shovel the driveway, and then still have to go to work.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. You keep digging.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it sounds about right. As the son of a landscaper, I had to get up early, regardless of my age, to shovel snow whenever that happened. In fact, like, pretty early on, whenever, like, because whenever, like, it snowed, my dad had to get up at, like, 3 in the morning to go to work because, like, you know, they had to prepare the snow plows and, like, the salt and everything, and boy, those were some of the most grueling days of work I've ever experienced, but they were also the most lucrative because, goodness gracious, like, did like, we make bank during those days.
Oh, I imagine.
Ah, oh, god fucking damn it. He always... okay, he's fast enough to catch me when I'm trying to heal. And that's... problematic.
Maybe a switch up is warranted.
Well, that's the thing. I switched to Shaman for that purpose. But, now that I think about it, I might have an idea. So... I'm actually going to go to Reaper. Because what I think I'm going to do... I'm going to stick with Cross Stitch, right? But... what I can do... okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Injector Band in order to heal faster. And for the sake of... yeah, I think this will work. I think that... there, the Warding Bell. I'm going to try this build. And hopefully this will get me what we need. Alright, so once again, skip ahead to... I'm pretty sure there is a bench near that guy, I just haven't found it. So, forgive me for the skips, peeps.
Friend.
Okay. I'm ready for you this time.
I will say this, like, even now that it is officially warming up, I am so looking forward to, like, the summer cocktails again.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, like, I made myself, like, a mojito the other day, and I'm just like, there's something, like, different about having a mojito, like, during the season, like, that it's meant to be, like, drank in. It just feels different.
Oh, yeah.
It hits different.
Okay, I see.
Which is a good thing, though, because we do have more drinks planned. So, good to get that inspiration in soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, his pattern is a little bit tricky. Okay, I'm starting to figure it out. I say as I get hit.
Don't do that.
Ah, gosh darn it. Okay, the thing worked, but... yeah, he's tough. He is very tough. I gotta find a bench around there or something.
Friend.
Speaking of losing control and not having control of the weather, so something I actually was like noticing while I was doing a few things today. So you and I play D&D, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever or do you agree with the sentiment that like whenever you create an original character, some part of you is in there?
Absolutely.
So I was actually like doing a little bit of research on, or like a little bit of review on some like previous OCs I've done, right? And one that came up was Locke.
Yeah.
And I noticed that like lose control actually works for him great as like as a character. For one, he can't control himself around his wife, which hey, I can sympathize with that a little bit. But jeez. But the other reason is because like it kind of has a lycanthropic sense in the lyrics of Lose Control. Like, you know, the whole, something, like, the devil's knocking at my door, something in me, like, is making me lose control, that sort of thing. It's actually kind of cool. But, one thing I've noticed, especially recently, right, is that, like, I've noticed that a lot of my OCs have a certain, like sentiment towards control and the fear of losing it. Which I've noticed is a bit of a thing with me lately, especially nowadays.
I can kind of see it now, given certain contexts.
Yeah, it's a bit of a thing. What about you? Like, what are some things from your OCs that you discover they all have in common that's like that kind of channels you in a way?
That's hard to say, cause like.
It's kind of one of those things you do have to think about.
Yeah, like.
Oh.
Oh. Second phase. I'm gonna let you focus here.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were continuing. Ah, gosh darn it. Yeah, this guy's hard. Well, you think about the OC thing, I'm gonna get back to this guy. I may have to switch to my best, because this guy's definitely proving to be a very big challenge, so we're gonna go all in here.
Bren.
Regale me the tale, honey. Hit me with your bardic inspiration.
If I had to guess, like, in terms of, like, what parts of myself are, like, imbued with my, like, D&D characters.
Yeah?
Or even just, like, general OCs, like, Danielle, for one, she always, like, tries to fix things. Like, very, like, through, like, careful thought and stuff. Like, she tries to be, like, very logical with things, I guess.
Alright.
Like, juxtaposed to, like, kind of like Runali's character.
You're a very practical person, that's for certain.
I am. And, like, I do feel that way a little bit with Keto as well. I don't know, it's a little bit more, I guess, naivete? I don't know. Like, I try to capture, like, the, like, uniqueness of the world, kind of just, like, how unique he is as both, like, the child of, like, the child of, like, a merfolk and, like, a werewolf.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's giving me trouble!
Although I do fall into the classic writer trope with Keto in that I give him a lot of trauma.
Okay, what is a character... What is a good character or a well-written character, if not a little bit of trauma, that is established, alright? Like, okay, so one of my favorite quotes from Dragon Age, right, is Varric Tethris, where he's like, if you love a character, you ruin their lives, you give them a tragic story, make them suffer, maybe even throw in a heroic death. And it's like, why would you do that to your favorite characters? Well, you care enough to argue. If your favorite character had a nice afternoon and took a nap, you'd stop reading.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, trauma, like, tragic backstories, like, drama, danger, like, horrible things happening, that's what makes characters interesting. It's kind of a sort of, like, narrative version of the whole negativity sells when it, sort of thing, you know what I mean? not to say that you can't have, like, good things happen to your character, or, like, this is why we like rom-coms, right? But part of rom-coms is that things get a little bit complicated.
I do have another thing I want to kind of, like, bring up a little bit with Kito.
Yeah?
It's... I don't know. Like, I've always... So, Kito's a guy.
Yeah.
And, like, he's also, like, one of, like, the longest, like, D&D characters that I've played with. Like, outside of, like, Daniil and, like, the one other D&D character, my first D&D character, Vol.
I remember Vol, yeah.
But he's, like, the one I had the most fun with. And, like, I don't know if it's just because I'm a tom girl, or a tomboy, or whatnot, but... Like, I have fun playing him.
I mean, that's kind of a sentiment that's kind of a similar sentiment that I have with Tatiana, honestly. Tatiana kind of, like, is a bit indicative of, like, the part of me that does want to be, like, feminine, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with her, because, like, she's, like, the character who always, like, feels like she has to be in control. Which, again, going back to the control bit, right?
Yeah.
Like, she always has to be strong. She's the one who has to be, like, I can't show, like, weakness or, like, you know, my more vulnerable side, because that people will take advantage of that. But she yearns to be feminine. She yearns to be, like, womanly, because she kind of just wants to let loose.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, that there is a part of me in that as well. And that probably explains why I like dressing up in women's clothing sometimes.
And the reverse can be said about me, who sometimes likes dressing up in men's clothing.
I'm just gonna say right now, honey, you look good in a suit.
Thank you. So...
Okay, I'm liking the music, by the way.
No, it is really nice. Another funny thing, I forgot this about Daniil, that
Yeah.
I used a little bit with her.
Ay, mama.
Is I tend to use my corporate voice when I want to, like, get shit done, like, diplomatically with her.
Yeah, because, like, for all intents and purposes, she is... Whenever you've done Daniil, you've done, like... You've made her either as a princess, or she's royalty of some kind, or, like, nobility of some kind.
She's a diplomat, usually.
Yeah. Which makes sense. Okay, so that's actually one of the cool things, because when we were doing one of our campaigns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had Daniil, it was nice to have someone who actually had, like... You know how they usually, like, leave the charisma to the bard,
Mm-hmm.
or, like, someone who, like, is at least good at negotiating and whatnot? It was nice to have a character whose, like, whole thing of being a diplomat was just knowing how to speak from a negotiation standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was nice to have a character who was like, oh yeah, I know how this plays out, give me a bit. Especially for a merfolk who's like, yeah, I can totally play with people's feelings, so I know how this pans out.
Yeah. Enchantment works both ways.
I like that. Yeah, as for me, I've always, like, made combat-centric characters. I've always liked the whole, you know, Felix, not Felix, Locke is a ranger who's the whole werewolf thing. Tatiana's a blood mage and the scythe and whatnot. Felix, actually, was the one odd-out character who I didn't build specifically for combat because he's a court bard. So his whole thing is, like, insulting people to make them, like, lose focus and, he was basically a nuisance for all intents and purposes. But, it's also kind of cool because, like, again, it goes back to the whole control thing. Felix is a, like, ex-con, or, like, he's still a con, and his whole thing is, like, he tries to, like, make sure that heists go exactly as planned, and when they don't, he kind of gets, like, a little bit, like, antsy, because he's like, a lot of the time the plans go awry because others didn't do exactly what they were supposed to do.
Oh, do you remember Klein?
Oh, yeah, oh, Klein is another one, yeah! He was the stuck-up, like, and, like, very, like, by-the-books, Paladin. So, yeah, he's another character whose whole thing was, like, not liking not being in control.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm noticing that's a thing with me. I never noticed.
on the subject of like inspiration and like or recent inspiration and things of the sort.
Yeah.
I recently started watching Witch Hat Altair.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing really good things about that anime.
Mm-hmm. No, it's like, it's really, really well animated and well written so far from what I've been watching. It's actually an anime where I actually might consider reading the manga as well, like if I have the chance. But I'm really, really liking the writing, like especially for the main male character, Keyfree.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he gives me very much a lot of like Oswald vibes. My other witch OC.
Yeah.
Which I actually created for you.
You did.
Yeah, so I'm a witch.
I'm mama.
I'm a witch, obviously.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play around with the idea one day of like, well, what if Oscar was a kind of witch? So I asked him like, oh, like what would like kind of witch you would be and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like through my own research and just like general like being online, like I've kind of figured like he would be a witch that follows like the angelic spirits.
Yeah, so a divine witch or a like I think the idea that we had with Oswald is that he is a guy who follows witchcraft through the divine and also kind of sort of the demonic or the abyssal.
Basically folk Catholicism, if that makes sense.
Right, which is interesting too because like again, you're not the type of person who like really dabbles into Catholicism or like religious type of aspect for reasons.
Yeah, like I have my own reasons for that, but at the same time, I did grow up Catholic, so I do have like my foot in the door in terms of that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, in terms of my own research and experience with that.
I just find it also funny that you made that character for me and I am the religious one.
Well, that's kind of why though.
Right.
Like, because like I wanted something that would gel with you, like personally, and like I felt like that was like kind of like the best like path for that. I'm
actually gonna ask you an honest question here, honey. Like this one might get a little personal, but like obviously like answer it however you wish. How has your like stance on religion as a whole changed ever since you met me?
I have been a little bit more like receptive to like Christian views. Because I'm gonna be straight up. I did not have a good like childhood in terms of like religion. Catholic school be damned. There's a lot of like a little bit of religious and physical abuse in that regard. I won't go into details.
Yeah, of course.
But basically, it kind of soured my view of religion as a whole.
Rightly so, and that's coming from someone who is Christian.
Yeah.
I get it.
And it took me a long time to, like, find my own sense of spirituality and, like, because, like, I do consider myself still spiritual, just not religious. Like, I'm not one for organized religion, not after what I experienced.
I mean, like, I'm a Christian that, for all intents and purposes, also left the church for my own reasons. And yeah, that's the thing is like that I've discovered and I like highly respect is that you don't need the church to be religious. You don't need to go to church to be religious. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise because like, does it help? It can, but it heavily depends on who you are. Especially if you've like grown up in that environment and it's like, you know what? Sometimes it actually is better to like find your own way towards spirituality on your own merits rather than relying on templates, you know? But that's just my opinion. But like it is something I've noticed not only in like the creation of Oswald as an OC, but also because you seem to have taken an interest in my blasphemous playthroughs. Despite the fact that I yap a lot.
I mean, you do, yes.
But it's like, yeah, well, duh. It's a let's play.
Also, like, I don't know.
Got him!
Finally!
Did I kill him? I didn't really want to kill him. He was a cool dude. That was awesome. Like, difficult situation aside, like, that was a hard fight, but, like, I actually really like that guy. Please tell me there's a bench somewhere. I was over on the bench, or I want to be over on the bench. You know? Where are we? Hello. Here we honor the seed that sprung the wood. By her grace may all bugs pass safe to join us and our song. Oh. Well. I guess we do have the time, so... let's at least check it out and give it a shot. And if we don't accomplish it, we can save it for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that, like, Seth alone, like, caused me to lose a lot of time in this episode. But here we go. The wood. Or the memory of the wood, I think. I'm actually not entirely sure what to expect on this one. The last one was very combat focused, so what's this?
Quiet.
Oh. Hello. Nihileth. Oh, hi.
Ooh, this music.
Okay, this got interesting. I'm going to assume, yep, I had to hit her. Ooh, okay. I understand now. Wow. Yeah, this music is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Survive.
Gotcha. Ooh,
Oof.
good. Oh, good hit. Okay. I'm really glad I didn't equip the Shaman Crest because the Shaman's Crest's focus, like, grounds me. So... ah. Got it. Okay.
Dude, this music.
No, this music is beautiful. So far, this isn't bad. Ooh, that was close. Oh, you know what? Go, my children.
Good, good, good.
Ah! That's fine, that's fine. Good hit. Good. Yeah, get one hit in. This is a test of patience. Ugh, good hit. Good. Ooh, that was close. That was my bad. Ah, damn it. I'm using the reserve bind.
Good call.
Ah, good hit. Damn it. Ugh. Whoosh! Okay. Ooh, okay, good.
Nice.
Wow, first try! Why did I have so much more trouble with Seth than against this thing? We are life. We are growth. What world without us? The Pollen Heart. It beats faint and fast. The Pollen Heart has been claimed from Nihilith. And last, we need the Heart of the Wild. As opposed to the Breath of the Wild.
Huh.
Are we gonna get a tier again? Maybe something of the kingdom. I mean, we are toppling a kingdom for all intents and purposes. But yeah, that worked out great. Again, why did I have so much more trouble with Seth than against Nihilith? Although I suppose, like, I did have a good crest for it. Like, Hunter was practically perfect for that. Well, that was neat. So, I guess we go ahead and end it here?
Well, what is down and to the left?
Oh yeah, we never really did get a handle on that, did we? Let's see what we can find. Ay, mama. Yeah, I don't think I ever did fully explore this, so I guess we can take the I guess we can take the opportunity. Oh. Well, that would have been nice earlier. Not even a bench down here.
I don't know about that.
Because, yeah, this takes us back this way. Ay, mama. Yeah, lady, we hear you.
Hi.
Yeah, because this takes us back all the way up here.
I guess you're right.
Man, wasn't even courteous enough to give us a bench anywhere nearby unless I'm blind? Unless I missed it somewhere in here? No. Not a single bench in sight. I mean, hey, we beat it, we accomplished it, I guess that's all that matters at the end of the day. So, thank you guys for joining us for today's episode of... Wait. Okay, you know what? The benches... There was a bench here. We just had to pay for it. Okay, I'm just gonna say right now, y'all in the comments, cállate tu boca, ¿ok? Ni piensas de ir allá abajo para comentarme que había una silla aquí para que yo pueda usar. Solo tenía que pagar un poco de dinero para obtenerlo. Entiendo ahora. I get it. Keep your fingers off that goddamn keyboard.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya. All this time, I could have saved so much of my own effort if I just went to the right and sat at this fucking bench.
He's stewing.
I feel like a proper right idiot.